G'day, that's Safety Guy. Today, material storage. Doesn't matter if you're industrial, like in a factory or a warehouse or a packaging plant, or on a construction site. It has to be stacked, has to be stored in such a way that it won't injure a worker, that it won't, couldn't potentially injure a worker, or potentially do damage to equipment. So, stuff like that, all right, happened because of stuff like that. If you take a look at that top pallet, right, it's not even fully resting on the skid below. These boxes here, okay, right in here, okay, they're called Gaylord boxes. That's the style from a manufacturer called Heleva, somewhere out of the States. They're a great system. I actually went onto their website not too long ago, a couple days ago actually, and found out that the way you properly stack a Gaylord box on those pallets is you put a lid on it, because they come with a lid. So if you take a look at that last picture, the lid of the bottom one is missing. It's not there. So it's actually just resting on the corner of the cardboard. It's not spreading the load anywhere. Plus, the worker with the forklift was pushing the load. It wasn't even off the ground. It was actually pushing it with a tow motor, with a stand-up forklift, or a walkie, whatever you want to call them. I'm sure that there's a law somewhere that states that you can't do that. I'm sure there's a law somewhere that states that you can't, or you shouldn't have your load taller than your equipment. I'm sure there's a law where it says you shouldn't put light stuff and then stack heavy stuff on top of it, because that's how it tips over. So this one here, their remedy, what they were actually doing, what they're trying to achieve with this one, where is it? So if you take a look, so they had these ones here propped up so that the load didn't fall over further, so that they could try to pick it with a forklift. So how much sense does that make? So in Ontario anyway, there's the requirement for both in industry and construction is it has to be stored in such a way that it doesn't injure a worker, or won't potentially injure a worker. Competent workers, competent operators, right? If you don't know what you're doing, you need to teach these people, supervisors. You need to teach these people, employers. Okay, it's part of your rights, part of your responsibilities. That stuff there, and the leaning Gaylords was by an access door, the man door that truck drivers come in to access the shipping office. It was right there. So don't push your load. Don't actually pick your load up. Don't overstack your load, and follow the directions on the manufacturer for that particular container. All right. If you don't know, the internet is there. It's free. You can actually find it on your phone while you're supposed to be working. It's that simple. Employers, you have the right, you have the responsibility, you have the obligation to train your workers. Supervisors, you have the obligation to make sure that your workers are trained. That is horse crap. That is absolute horse crap. The place where I am right now, I see it every day, all day. There's nothing I can do about it, because unfortunately, I am here for the constructor of a project which is inside of this. I actually talked to their safety guy about that particular leaning Tower of Pisa stack, and he did nothing about it. Their health and safety professional did nothing about it. Like I've said before, there are 800,000 plus places of employment in Ontario. There's 400 plus inspectors. Employers, supervisors, we're your last line of defense. All right? We're here to help you. Don't shun us, right? If other safety people don't want to talk to us, that's a shame. That is an absolute and utter shame. A lot of things can be easily rectified by slowing down, getting trained, understanding your system, and not getting complacent. So there's 4 things. So at the end of the day, folks, understand how your your storage devices work. All right. If they call for a lid, get a lid. Same with on construction projects, the same thing. Don't stack your stuff so it falls over. Don't stack your stuff so it rolls out. Don't stack your stuff so it gets in the way of or it obstructs a path of travel, especially in the case of an emergency. And that one there, like I'd said before, the way it was leaning was right beside an entrance door into the warehouse so that truck drivers could come to the shipping and receiving office. So not only were they putting themselves and warehouse personnel in danger, they were also possibly putting in truck drivers, delivery drivers in danger.